Probably my friendships, my friends. So I still have some friends from high school, which was 28 years ago. And I was in the art department, so that was really a great department to be in. And we went on some great trips, and probably just my friendships with my friends.
I loved doing the baton twirling, the majorettes we were called. We won state champs 2-3 years in a row. We did indoor competition in the winter, and during the entire school vacation we did about anywhere from 40 to 50 hours a week in that gym, instead of staying home on school break, to create a whole floor show. The friends that I've made for life, the experiences that I had just through that, and then with the marching band on the football field, we would do band camp for a weekend, which was hilarious. We'd get to go to different camps, like off Cape, and a big football field, and learn this whole show with all the formations. But I would say, you know, again, the Dennis Yarmouth kids together, just the experience in general. It's different for everybody. I always wished I had a car. You know, a lot of the kids, the big cars were BMWs, Volkswagens. When the Toyotas came out, there were little boxes, you know. And then we had the motorheads who had like their big souped up things.
Probably the technology. There were no smartphones, there were no tablets, computers. That was the very big thing.
It was an amazing time, the 80s. There was a lot of changes, but nothing like what you guys have to go through.
It was pretty strict. I don't know what it is with you guys now, but I think it's a little bit, it was strict back then. People got in trouble.
It depended on which teacher you had, but a majority of them, if you were, you know, there and you did what you were supposed to do, there wasn't an issue. They were actually pretty laid back, and basically you made your own path. There's more responsibility on the teachers. There's the MCAS. It's a big difference. We didn't have any of that. It was, you know, sink or swim, and it was all on you.
I think it's more diverse. I think there's more diversity down here, just walking through the halls, and I think there's probably more pressure for you guys to grow up a little quicker.
It seems really mellow, really laid back. The front entrance is completely different. You've got a police vehicle parked out front. We never saw that. Our first police officer in school was Zaros, when he was brand spanking new. And he would walk around the halls, hey, what's up? In his leather jacket and his jeans, how you doing? And just a presence. And now he's deputy chief, which is a trip, right? We didn't have any of that stuff. The worst issues we had were kids smoking in the bathroom and sat outside when it got cold out.
Yes, I think it's probably still the same. There were cliques, but they weren't, I had moved here when I was a freshman, but everybody was nice, and there were cliques, but it wasn't bad. There weren't really, I don't think there was much bullying back then as there is now. From what I hear and see on the news and media, I think there's definitely was less bullying back then.
Yes. There were the rich kids. And what really would aggravate us, I was just in the middle. But I knew them and I was friends with them because I, lived in a decent area. But my mother, and picking out her clothes for me, she picked out some terrible clothes. And it was just like, I couldn't win. It couldn't be revealing. It was ridiculous what I had to wear to school, and that did not help me at all. And so there was the Richies, and then a kid would move in from Connecticut and automatically be accepted by those guys. And we'd be all like, hey. You know, then you had your nerds. You know, then you had your computers were just really big then. And you had your punk and the colored hair thing. That was so big. I can see one girl who spiked her hair and like half of it was purple and pink and just, you know, that's all coming back now, and the huge earrings. And, you know, then there was just the majorettes ourselves was another clique. We were considered kind of bad girls, but we really weren't. That's the funny thing. There was definitely cliques, and they were very cliquey and very statusy and very, you know, the punk kids kind of were goth. Now you call it goth. We call it punk. And they were always very troubled and very deep and very, you know, kept to themselves kind of a thing. So, yeah, there were cliques.
Oh my gosh, Madonna. Billy Idol, what was that? Depeche Mode.
Charlie Sheen. Yeah. John Cusack, Pretty in Pink, Molly Ringwald, Matthew Broderick. Movies were out and they were more technological. Then you could go rent a VCR tape at the video store, and VCRs were like hundreds of dollars. Now you can get one for like, if you can even find one, for $10. You know, going to the movies was the thing. Top Gun, you know, all of that stuff. The singers, George Michael, Boy George, you know, just all the punk stuff. The earrings, I found some the other day, these big, huge plastic things, and then the hairspray, Aquanet. We had to have the Aquanet, and we'd put it in, and we'd have our hair bangs standing up straight and teased, and just, you know, just that is the way it had to be. And the clothes, just a lot of funky accessories. Some girls wore ties, some girls wore punk stuff, you know, fishnet and funky, just really cool stuff. And buttons, band buttons, the little round cheapy pit, just, you know, they would collect them, and it was really cool.
It definitely readied me for my future, for college. It was a good experience, but I was happy to, you know, move on and go to college and, yeah, get my degree and